Hey, it's Linda. I've been working with a lot of people lately that are going through some terrible losses, relationships that are breaking up, been involved with toxic people. Some have had folks that have died, family members. There's been job losses. There's just been so many things that people are going through. And I came up with 5 things that I have used that I know some of my clients have used as well that have really helped them in getting through these tough times. So, the first one that I want to talk about is, where do you spend your time? This is a real key thing because if you're spending your time online, listening to other people have sob stories, if you're posting about how awful things are in a relationship, you get people that are sometimes feeding that negativity. It's one thing to get that positive feedback and that encouragement. It's another thing when the whole experience itself becomes even more toxic and get you more angry and get you more upset or get you more sad, or people are giving you all kinds of opinions on things that really are not helpful because they don't know your situation, or I know exactly how you feel. Very few people know exactly how you feel. So that's really a key factor. Another thing here is, who are your friends and your support people? Who helps you to get through the tough times? Where are you going? Are you going to some complete stranger on Twitter that you're now spending your time with and you're listening to because maybe they feed your ego, or maybe they have gone through something. If it's a death or if it's someone who has gone through COVID, that's a different situation. But if it's somebody who has, obviously their situation is totally different or they're really negative, that is not going to be helpful to you because you don't need negativity at a time when you're going through loss. This to me is one of the main important things. What is your God given purpose? Now, people are like, I don't know what my purpose is in the middle of this loss. My husband just left me or someone just died. What could be the possible purpose in that? But if you don't know what you're on this earth for and what God is using you for, you could really get stuck in this grief and this sadness and this depression and this stress for a long time. And you don't have to stick there. You don't have to be overwhelmed, devastated. You can go, okay, this is the way that it is, accepting the things that you can't change and then moving on from there. It is possible, but for me it is about knowing that God has a purpose. He's got a plan. He's going to help me through this and get me beyond this, and there'll be a light at the end of the tunnel. This isn't going to last forever. So prayer and getting other people involved that can really be there for you, pray for you, encourage you is really an important feature, I think. What about your feelings? Well, our feelings, think about this, our feelings come from our thoughts. Our thoughts cause our feelings, and our feelings cause our actions. So if we are thinking, oh, this is horrible, I'll never get through this, I can't do this, he's just a jerk, she's just, whatever, then you're going to feel bad. You're going to feel sad and depressed and anxious and angry. Those feelings come. Now, the grief process is normal. You can't change the fact that any loss, we go through a grief process, even if it's losing a job. You go through a grief process because everything has changed, but it really doesn't have to last forever. And if you can get control of your thinking, to change your thinking to something else, okay, I can grow from this. I can make new friends. This isn't horrible. Yes, I'm sad. It's okay to be sad, but that's not going to cause you to have to go have a drink or to go out and do something that is going to be harmful to you or to others, yelling at people. So your feelings matter, but keep in mind your thoughts cause your feelings. So if you don't want to feel horrible, you've got to think something differently than what you're thinking, because our thoughts cause our feelings. And the last thing, what are you going to do about it today? Now, there's a whole bunch of other things that you can do that are going to help you. And I've got actually 100 tips that I send people when they're dealing with stress and anxiety and grief and sadness. But you've got to do something. If you're miserable today because of what you've been through, you got to do something today to change that. It's up to you to make that movement. You've got to think, okay, it's time. I'm sick of feeling the way that I feel. So you got to think differently. And that is, yes, I need some help. There's lots of people to help you. And that's what I do. I'm a licensed counselor. I've been a coach and a licensed counselor for 30 years now. And I help people to move from point A to point B. It's about realizing really what your purpose is and how do you get past this horrible thing that's going on right now to become a better person and to really turn everything around. Had I not been through everything I've been through, there's no way that I would be here today, even sharing this with you. But I know that this works. I know that finding your purpose in turning to God works because I've been through it. I started 45 years ago when I was going to kill myself because I'd been through stuff that I didn't think I could possibly cope with. But you can. I'm here to tell you, and you don't have to use alcohol and drugs. 25 years sober this last week. It's possible. So please reach out. I'd be more than happy to help you. I put the link in the box below. If you like this, if this has been helpful, please give me a thumbs up and sign up. Hit the little bell and you'll get messages every week that I post something like this. So God bless you. My prayers are with you.